The magic of the night sky. It only reveals itself to a select few. The naked eye could never see a rolling ocean of clouds in this way. A celestial conjurer is needed. Photographer David McColm is one of those starborn. Today's pilgrimage brings the Whistler resident up Rainbow Mountain. Snow falls in the late afternoon, but if the weather reports and star charts he checked earlier in the day prove right, the skies will clear with the rising moon, and his 4-hour hike may gift him imagery such as this.
I'm not an astronomer by any stretch. I'm not an amateur astronomer by any stretch. I'm a guy who just is enthralled by the night sky.
Like an astronaut, David's job is to travel into the unknown alone. Perched high on mountain tops, it's just him and the night sky.
The further away you can get from light pollution, the better. So when you come out, if it's a really dark sky, you can see the Milky Way beautifully.
The professional photographer of 8 years only began to navigate this sky trail 3 years ago.
I don't use telescopes at all. I just use my DSLR. When I'm shooting the moon, I'm shooting with maybe a 400mm lens, and that's about as close as I'll get with it.
The camera captures what the naked eye can't.
I'm leaving the lens open for a long period of time, 10, 20, 30 seconds, maybe longer. And it's just absorbing more light, and picking up really dark light that is sort of hidden in the background, but it can come through on the sensor. And that's especially true with things like the Aurora Borealis, for instance. In Whistler, we're further south, it's harder to see a really good Aurora Borealis, so that's when the camera can really help. It can sort of bring in some of the colors.
Everything is done manually. Focus points on dark nights are set up in the light, and time lapses for the short film he is creating out of 20,000 photos leaves David's fingers out in the cold.
The whole night, all kinds of different things are happening. But while that's going on, the light conditions can change quite dramatically. So I don't trust the automatic setting for exposure on a camera. So what I do during the night, when the lighting in the environment changes, I'll manually change the camera settings as we go along.
David's life begins at sunset and rests at sunrise. The night owl chases the moon as it makes its pilgrimage over Whistler Mountain. His luminosity is both seen and felt, leaving viewers as starry-eyed as the photographer himself.
The best part is when I don't have to do anything and it's just doing its thing, and I can just sit back and enjoy it and appreciate it as much as the camera is.
A man of the dark, a worshipper of the sky, a star is born right here on Earth. From Whistler, I'm Nicole Fitzgerald for Shaw TV.